All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Time to go ahead and take a look at Big Daddy. Let's give him the Rainbow Star. Let's see how good LR Broly is gonna be. So this is the build I went with, right? Let's go ahead and give him the Rainbow Star. So when I'm looking at this Broly, I'm definitely seeing that his #1 asset he's gonna bring to the table is going to be defense. We want to prioritize his defense for sure. The thing that this guy has above Beast is that this Broly doesn't need to be hit like that. I mean, he does get the additional within the same turn after receiving an attack, sure. But it's like Beast needs to take a lot of hits to build up that extra little bit of damage reduction or do a lot of attacks. Broly doesn't actually have to directly get hit. So dodge would work good for him. He's going to be at his best in slot 1, where most of the pressure is going to be. I mean, people are going to just blanket look at him and go, oh my god, he's invincible. But, I mean, understand, global players, you guys do not have either of the, like, 6 million damage bosses that exist right now. Goku and Frieza and Bulma. Like, it's... Broly's going to be a slot 1 character. I need his defense to be at its absolute peak. I felt like giving him the defensive equips was a really good idea. And then, so I wanted the gold one exactly as is and the silver one exactly as is. Or excuse me, the bronze one. And then for the silver one, I just decided to go ahead and give him this. So we got a 3 additional 4 dodge. I could swap it. I could give him a 4 additional 3 dodge, but I mean, I think that this should work fine. I know, right, I have enough experience playing the game that I'm going to win fights from this Broly living and tanking the attacks, not from doing 50 crit supers, right? So, perfect. I think Broly's going to be super good. This is exactly the type of character villains needed. Point Man, a character who can go in slot 1, tank, and then, I mean, on Broly's team, we have Cell Max, we have Dragon Ball Super Broly, who will be able to absolutely just lay waste to the enemy as long as this Broly can just hold up defensively in slot 1, which I think he should be able to.
Yamero BROLY! Yamero!
Bro, I love Paragus in that scene. Yamero Broly! Yamero! Paragus. Oh no, poor Paragus is gonna collect a lot of deaths, guys. There's gonna be a lot of Paragus death scenes over the next year. I mean, because I'm sure this Broly's gonna be good for a while. I mean, this is the type of character he's gonna be effective for quite a bit. All right, so we're in the new UI Goku Supreme Magnificent Battle fight. I specifically picked this fight because once we get to the second phase, UI Goku actually only super attacks in slot 2. And one thing I want to see how Broly can specifically tank against that UI Goku. Or if we dodge it, that will be good as well. Alright, so remember, Broly comes out of the gate invincible, right? 90% damage reduction in slot 1, 70% damage reduction in slot 2 and 3. That is just flat out greatness. That is like really good shit, right? So Broly will give you an easy way to kind of like come into a fight clean, right? Like Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku is so good at the start of the fight. Broly is going to be pretty much the same thing. Broly's not going to be quite as tanky in like slot 2 or 3. Like if we would put Broly in front of like that launch exciting heroine battle fight, for example, I think Broly in slot 2 or 3, he would get one shot by launch, right? But it's like he's going to be able to perform pretty good against like actual normal bosses. I am dying. One more character on or on movie bosses here, and we don't have to run Broly, Chad, and Limo anymore. This like team, I think it's gonna be difficult to bring them. They're gonna collect a lot of deaths, Broly, Chad, and Limo, on this team. But it's we're going to be okay because we do know that Int Broly is guaranteed, confirmed already. He is getting his EZA, right? Int Dokkan Fest Broly. They showed that in the Dokkan now. And then there's a possibility that, like, STR, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, could Super EZA. LR Tech Broly is very, very likely to EZA. I would say the chances for that are very high again. So we're going to get some more movie bosses options to be able to cycle Broly-chan Limo off. We're not going to need them here, and without orb changing help, they're just not that good. That's why, like, I've always thought it was insane that people ever thought they were better than Bulma. It's just crazy to me. Because it's like, they don't, so many times, so many situations, so many turns, Broly-chan Limo, they're not even, they don't have orbs. It's like, they specifically on some turns can create some. We could get away with AGL Broly in slot 1 right here, because we know UI Goku is not going to super attack in slot 1. He only super attacks in slot 2. Let's transform into Broly. Let's go. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. The iconic, like, Super Saiyan noise sounds pretty good right there. Alright, so one huge thing for Broly is we do want to make sure he's going to be at 24 ki, which looks like we're going to be able to get pretty easily here. I could probably hit this right there. Then we could hit this, 24 ki, perfect. And then Turles should be able to hit 24 ki as well. This is a really good turn for Broly. I mean, we're going to have... If we fall below 50%, we'll get Berserker up. I mean, remember, Berserker, it gives you value, but I think Berserker is a terrible link. Because so often, it's not going to be up. 30% attack is good. But, I mean, HP under 50%, that's not exactly free. Right? Like, we'll see. Again, UI Goku only Super Sentai 2 in this fight. Oh! Build your characters correctly, guys. No worries. By the way, my bro, this guy, I have him, I mean, I would define the build as mostly crit, is what my Broly has. I think he has about 10 dodge, which is good. You know, I do almost feel guilty having to mention it, but it's, you know, bosses are crazy nowadays, guys. Like, you got to give yourself a chance. The days of that 0 dodge and shit like that, like, if you're doing that still, you're just hard-headed and silly. You're honestly just a fool. Like a fool, just straight up, man. Alright, like, these bosses are crazy, dude. Like, it's not, you know, you gotta be able to deal with the damage that they're outputting. Alright, now, remember, TEQ Broly, right? The first 3 turns, so it's essentially his first 2 turns that he's out. He gets an extra 26% damage reduction. So he has 26% damage reduction against this UI Goku. We did attack break as well. This is a guaranteed additional super that he gets in slot 2. This will give him defense. His 18 ki only stacks attack. He doesn't actually get defense. No crit. Interesting. All right, we might have attack broke the super. Here we go. We do eat it. All right, let's see how we tank this. 76% damage reduction. Okay. Now, I mean, UI Goku is not, you know, 5 million super and, like, Goku and Frieza and shit like that. But, I mean, that's right around 3 million that UI Goku does. It's like 2.7. That's a 2.7 million super. And Broly just eats that shit. Remember, if we have TEQ Broly in slot 1, he's guarding. So, what we just saw from this kid, that's him when he's not even guarding, right? So this is also a level 10 linked Rainbow Friend Broly. Let me just take a look at the build here. Attack equips? I mean, I could see it. I could see it. I mean, that would be very fun to just see his damage shoot up like crazy. I guess. Remember, when he gets that active skill of his, it's gonna buff his damage a lot. I'm not... Yeah, no way. No way, Jose. I am not putting Hirudegarn in slot 2. Remember, this is the fight where he's always supering in slot 2, UI Goku. Yeah, we're gonna be fine right here. No attack break, but we are gonna, you know, get the 150%, you know, from his super attack. Really, if we get a 17 key super like we did, I'm gonna intentionally hold back with Cell Max. Yeah, let's not get 24 key. This is actually good for this second Broly right here. Because, remember, on his 18 key super attack, Broly stacks attack by 50%, but no defense. By doing, you know, 12 key super right here, he does get 30% attack and defense on his 12 key for one turn. And then remember, he gets the guaranteed additional super as well in slot 2. So right here, Broly is going to guarantee double super. Raw attack equips, huh? Yeah, I mean, I honestly like raw attack probably better than additionals or crits on him, honestly. Like, if I had to say what's most important, I think I would go raw defense, dodge, raw attack, additional, crit. Probably. Broly does build up by doing additionals, but... Alright, this should also just be double digits, right? I don't think there's really... even if it does anything, it'll be very small damage. Double digits, yeah. That's very helpful. Alright, so on this next turn... Broly... Yep, there. That's what this UI Goku does. He does like to do that. He likes... So, a boss that only supers in slot 2 is interesting. And he oftentimes will double super just right there. Because Goku can double super, and his cooldown is 0. So, I've seen Goku numerous times super back-to-back attacks. It's been a very common thing I've seen. This is a Broly showcase. So, let's get the Broly domain in, followed by the Broly Amparagus active skill. So, we're going to juice Broly up quite a bit right here. Alright, now remember, Broly, TEQ Broly's active is crazy. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it one of the best actives in the game, because, like, you know, the best actives in the game are, like, the Ghost Ushers and, you know, the target mechanic abilities and stuff like that. Like, those are the best actives in the game. But, like, this Broly's active, like, that, it's a killer. I mean, it literally called Saiyan Killer Instinct, and this is a killer active that's going to make his stats balloon, right? So, Broly gets permanent 3 key and 26% attack and defense. It's just so nuts. I need to put him in slot 1, or else we probably won't get damage. So now, AGL Broly's domain is up, giving us a ton of extra stats, right? Remember, AGL Broly's domain is giving us key support as well. Let's hit that, and then Broly, Chia, and Lemo, we'll just go offensive support. Boom, right there. Bam. So in slot 1, Broly gets 200% defense before he attacks, and he's guarding. So having huge damage reduction. 34? Additional, okay. And no hidden potential system. Yeah, so in slot 1, Broly's additional is a 50% chance to be a super. Dude, Broly's damage got very high, very fast. Turn 6, 34 million. Remember, he does stack attack with every super attack he does. So, I mean, we could even just instantly transform into Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And, I mean, he could just be building up his damage even quicker. Yeah, dude. This Broly is crazy. I mean, you see it, right? He's just he's what we want from a Dokkan Fest LR or a Carnival LR. He just comes out and he just easily double-digit tanks, 3 million supers, or very close to 3 million supers. He's, doing 30-plus million attacks that are near guaranteed crits. I mean, Broly builds up crit as he attacks in his Legendary Super Saiyan form. Builds up attack, key and crit, right? 1 key up to 5, 10% crit up to 50%. And then if we're fighting an Earthbred fighter or pure Saiyan enemy, he gets a 50% chance to crit and 3 key as well, which we did see. Yeah, I think that, like, doing the long video for both Broly and Dokkan Fest LR, Goku, Gohan, and Trunks are going to be really fun. It's going to be pretty easy to dominate. I think with this Movie Bosses team, Harudegarn definitely could get caught, and we're going to see a lot of Broly-chan limo deaths very likely. But I think, like, the Brolys, Cell Max, and Turles are going to be dominating. Movie Bosses, we just need one more character, and I feel much better about it. But again, Broly-chan limo, they're gonna be shit on this Movie Bosses team with no orb changing. If we take a look at Movie Bosses, let's just take a look at it. Right here. Here's the Movie Bosses category. A lot of these characters just are aged out, right? Golden Frieza, STR Cooler, the other STR Cooler, right? The other Brolys. They're all kind of aged out. Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler is so bad. I mean, he takes 500k per normal, right? Like, he's god-awful, Metal Cooler. So, we need a couple of more Movie Bosses characters. You know who's one character? I feel like a lot of people would say, what about Pajamas Beerus? Why not use Pajamas Beerus? Well, because Pajamas Beerus is not Movie Bosses. He's Super Bosses, but not Movie Bosses. So, no Pajamas Beerus for us. Like, if we just look through this roster, there is still a lot we could do in terms of Movie Boss characters, right? But we're going to need a little bit more for Broly's team. Broly's team is not all the way there yet. I mean, we could toy with this guy, but the problem with this Golden Frieza is that he needs a Super Boss character on rotation. I mean, we do have AJL Broly and Cell Max, but I mean, listen, bad shit is going to happen. This guy gets caught on a turn without Broly or Cell Max, it would be bad. For that Golden Frieza, he's designed specifically for Super Boss's team. It's this guy. I'm sure this guy is going to EZA next week. Again, it was confirmed in the Dokkan Now. This guy will undoubtedly be a monster addition to the team. There's no competition for this name right now. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, there's zero competition. None of the characters are good. We'll see what that's going to look like. This guy should be EZAing in part 2, I would imagine, once we get to the second Broly movie. But, yeah. Tech Janemba's EZA might not be far off. LR Physical Janemba's EZA might not be far off. We do have other characters that we could see pop up soon. Let me know what you guys think of this LR Tech Broly. I mean, this might have been a quick one, but I feel like we saw it. He just, pretty effortless 30 million crit, 34 million crit, super, effortless. And then effortless double-digit damage in slot 2. Remember, he's better defensively in slot 1. And he does get the 150% defense when he supers, but he also gets, the 200% defense before he attacks, and he's guarding in slot 1. So it's like we just... Broly has no restrictions, no bullshit, no shenanigans, nothing. Like, when we're seeing these good moments from Broly, we will be able to replicate these on, like, all of these teams, all these situations. Broly is going to be super good with no, like, uh-oh, the bad luck happened, now we're screwed. Those moments will be almost non-existent with Broly because of the way he's designed. So, I think that this LR Broly is crazy. I don't know about better than Cell Max. I mean, we'll see. Let me do the long video. I think that Broly and Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, though, I think they're in that tier, I think, with Cell Max and Beast. I don't think that I don't think that like Beast and Cell Max are like, oh my god, dude, they're like towering over Broly and Goku, Gohan, and Trunks. I don't think so. I think those are probably the four right now. Is Beast, Cell Max, Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, and this Broly. Those are probably your four best.